What's good, my people? Happy Saturday, my good people. Once again, it's your boy, Pankey IBFLB, man. And I'm back. Arsenal versus Sunderland. It's a big game. Will Arsenal go 9 points clear? That's the big question, man. That's gonna be settled today. The game is gonna start in like 15 minutes. Today I'm early. Your boy, like they say, the early bird catches the worm. Let's go, man. So I hope you're doing well, man. Your boy here, I'm doing good. I hope I'm looking sexy, man. Wearing a clean t-shirt. Why? Because today I'm expecting a clean sheet, just like my clean t-shirt. Can I say t-shirt or shirt? Not t-shirt. It's a shirt. Nice. So today I'm expecting a good clean sheet. To be honest, today I'm looking forward to enjoy a clean sheet from the big boys, Arsenal. All right, the big boy Arsenal. Yes, sound check is done, man. Now we're good. So, like I was saying, today I'm expecting Arsenal to win with a clean sheet because Sunderland did us dirty last time we met, man. They equalized at the last minute. My God, that memory can't be erased. But no time to go. I have no time to go back and recall, such stuff. But today it's time for the revenge. Arsenal I'm expecting to defeat that team, destroyed crazy, man. Clean sheet, like I said in my YouTube short that I did earlier today, posted it. If you haven't, make sure you check it. I predicted Arsenal to win 4 goals to nil. I saw some people saying 6-0, 5-0. Let's wait and see. But a clean sheet will sound better for me today. So before I get to the lineup, I'm gonna start a poll like I always do, man. Will Arsenal? Oh no, Arsenal should be in capital letters, man. What's wrong with you? Will Arsenal beat Sunderland today at Emirates Stadium? That's the question, man. Give me a minute, it will be up. Will Arsenal beat Sunderland at Emirates Stadium? That's the biggest question, man. So, my good people, make sure you lock in, okay? The poll is on. Please make sure you vote. If you are watching this, make sure you vote. The poll is on. The poll is on. Make sure you vote. Will Arsenal beat? It goes like, will Arsenal beat Sunderland at Emirates Stadium? Do we have it? No. Nice. So please vote in the live chat. So my good people in the chat, do your thing. Let me know what's in your mind. Okay? I vote yes, man. I vote yes. Okay? Before we get to the lineup, I vote yes. So my good people, vote. I want to know the Gunners in the building, man. The Gunners in the building, man. Say something. Vote, and say something in the live chat, man. Today I'm expecting a clean sheet, like I said. So anyway, let me get to the lineup because I can see how many minutes remaining. Like 10 minutes remaining. Still, we have time to warm up, Have time to warm up. No pressure. So in the meantime, my good people, make sure you vote. Get into the live chat and vote. My good people in the chat, do it for the Gunners, man. If you are a hater, I've heard Manchester United have won. It's gonna be crazy, man. Some team should stop this team, man. It's getting wild. They are beating teams like crazy. They did us that. I can't forget that. They did us that. Manchester United. The next time we meet, it's gonna get wild, man. Gonna beat you like crazy. My God, my network is a bit shaky. Arsenal versus Sunderland. Holy, who's gonna win, man? It's gonna be crazy, crazy. Still, I can see zero votes, man. Where are my good people in the chat, man? I'm seeing zero votes. Come on, vote. Will Arsenal beat Sunderland at the Emirates? Get into the live chat and vote, please. Let's go. I want to share my screen in a minute. Before we get to the lineup, I want to share my screen, then we get to the lineup. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen right about now. My screen. Here we go. Nice. That's my screen right now. Right now. So, my good people, as you can see, Arsenal winner that we are in a top form. We only lost in 5 matches. We only lost once at home. That's Arsenal versus Manchester United. Sorry to say it was a painful one. For today, Arsenal we are playing with the formation of 4-3-3, while Sunderland will be playing with the formation of 4-2-3-1. What a shitty lineup. But I don't want them. Their coach knows better, so it is what it is. It is what it is. It is. Yes, I can see one vote is in. Let's go. Can see yes. I feel better now. I feel better now. I feel better now. Let's go, man. Like I said, Arsenal are gonna use a formation of 4-3-3, and Sunderland are gonna use 4-2-3-1. So let's say starting 11-4. My God, my network, please bear with me. Don't do that now. Nice. For Arsenal, Raya is gonna start. David Raya, our top goalkeeper, is gonna start today. For the defenders, we have Juren Timber, the best. He has been overperforming, and I love it. William Saliba is in, like always. Gabriel Magales also is at the back doing the defending thing. Calafiori, you know him, man. Big player, big defender. Yeah, at the midfield, we have the 3 midfielders. Top. Kai Havertz is gonna start at the left. Zubimendi at the middle, and Declan Rice at the other side of the pitch. For the forward, let me use the forward or the striking. We have 3 players. That's Leandro Trossard, Gabriel Jesus, and Noni Madueke. Today Saka is not in. It's not in the starting 11. Sorry to say, but it is what it is, man. Noni Madueke is good at that space. Okay, I don't wanna miss this. Remaining like 6 minutes for the game to start, so I'm on it. For the Sunderland team, we have Roefs. Big player, of course. He has done some magic. I've seen the way he has been saving their team, been saving Sunderland like crazy. That he will be the goalkeeper for them today. For the defenders of Sunderland, we have Mukiele, top defender. Ballard, also Alderete and Mandava. Those are gonna be their 4 defenders today. For the mid, they have 2 midfielders. I don't know if I can call them back defenders. I don't know. Center backs, I don't know. Sadiki and Diarra. For the forward, they have Yum, Lefe, Talbi. and they have one top striker tonight, Robbery. I know you know him. You remember the player, man. Top, top, top. He did us dirty. He did us dirty. I remember he did us dirty. But today we're gonna prove them who Gunners are. Okay? Today is gonna be late. It's gonna be late. So as you can see, Arsenal, we have top players. I'm expecting a clean sheet, a good revenge. Okay? I don't have much to say, man. We need to score many goals, secure a good chance to win the EPL. Okay? Yeah. So for now, let us to go to the substitute for Arsenal. For Arsenal, the subs, the subs for Arsenal. For the goalkeeper, we have top goalkeeper, the number 2 goalkeeper. For those who are coming, welcome to the stream, and make sure you get to the chat and vote. Vote. Welcome, and make sure you get to the chat and vote. For those who haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We get on to it. For the subs, we have Kepa Arrizabalaga, Christian Mostera, Ben White, Piero Hincapi, top player, Christian Nogard, Miles Lewis Kelly, Eberechi Eze, Gabriel Martinelli, and Victor Gyökeres. Tonight, can I use tonight or today, man? Of course, it's gonna be tonight, but let me use the word today. Victor Gyökeres today is on the bench. Expecting to get him in the second half if things go well. And you know our head coach, man, top boss, Mikel Arteta. Okay, let's go to the Sunderland. Their substitute, they have Melka Elberg, Dennis Sakin, Lutz Sahrel, Getrida, Chris Rigg, Luke O'Neill, Romain Mandel, Nelson Angulo, Eliza Mayenda Dessou, and Wilson Isidore. Big. And their coach, Regis Lebris, a big coach for Sunderland. So, my good people in the chat, I hope you voted, man, because if you haven't, you are losing it, man. You are letting us down, man. You are letting the community down, man. Make sure you vote. Make sure you vote. So for me, as I say, man, I'm expecting a clean sheet. Okay? The game is gonna start in a few minutes, so I'm gonna go right in like 2 minutes. The game will be on it. We're gonna go on and enjoy the game together, man. Thank you, and welcome. Make sure you like this stream and make sure you vote. My people in the chat, man, do some. I can see one vote is in, man. I can see one vote is in. Keep voting, man. Let me see 100 votes, 200. Let's go, man. Let's go. So I hope you all are waiting for a clean sheet like I am. I'm hoping Victor Gyökeres is gonna score. That's when he comes in because he's not at the first starting 11. I'm expecting Gabriel Jesus to score more than 2 goals. Leandro Trossard to score. Madueke, oh my God, this squad is crazy. So without wasting any minutes, let me get to the game. Because I don't want to miss any second of it. Okay? I don't want to miss. That's why I came here early. Came here like 15 minutes early. Because your boy loves Arsenal, man. And I love this team. It's gonna be crazy. North London forever. The weather. These trees are whichever the weather, let's go. Go, let's go. The game is in. Let's go, man. Oh, we're on the count already, man. Big up. Arsenal, let's go. You can see just how much it meant to his teammates to see him have a moment like that as well, with all the injury problems that he's had, which carries Arsenal through to Wembley next month to take on Manchester City. And you would imagine it might just be a bit of psychological warfare in and around that game as to what it could 2 minutes in. Crazy. Just in that early Arsenal attack, but he is back up on his feet. So for Sunderland today here, Matt, we saw them manage to get something out of a very informed Arsenal back in November. An Arsenal side that have won 10 straight games going into that clash. How do they frustrate Arsenal today? How do they leave the Emirates with something?
Yeah, I mean, by moments like that there with Robbie, really. And I think William Saliba and Gabriel got their work cut out with his hold-up play. He draws fouls brilliantly. He's been alive in the box, he's been a goal threat, but his work on the halfway line has been top. Sunderland are going to need that today just to relieve pressure, and I think they'll try and frustrate Arsenal and make it difficult for them to get wide and get crosses in the box.
It was as if Regis Fabrice had a go at what they're trying to do today with the way that he set up in a different game, in a different environment against Burnley on Monday. Comfortable victory for them by 3-0. 16 times Sunderland have visited Arsenal in the Premier League. They've never tasted victory. This is a Sunderland side that have surprised us all season long. They know they have it in them to get results at some of the most testing places in the Premier League. Just finds himself with a little bit of pressure on the edge of his penalty area. He's so good at shifting the ball in both directions, though, isn't he? He never looked any real discomfort there.
Nice, Arsenal, let's go.
Had a really bright performance last week at Ellen Road, thrown into the starting lineup so late in the day after Saka got injured in the warm-up. His timber. Trossard once again.
Arsenal started really brightly with the ball. Sunderland being actually quite brave. I know they're pushing all the way in and leaving sometimes 3 for 3 on the halfway line. If Arsenal could get that pass off, certainly they could get some joy in 1v1 situations.
Defeat here a couple of weeks ago against Manchester United raised so many questions. As we can see, Money Madueke, well, he needs to change his boots.
The Jet Spencer.
Money Madueke.
Didn't like the colour combo there.
Let's see if that brings the best out of him. Like I say, he was really good, really effective last week. Thumping 4-0 win at Ellen Road, a game in which I think the title rivals would have expected Arsenal to have had more difficult of a day, but it was a perfect away performance from them. There's Robbie, and this is the kind of role that he's going to have to play all through the afternoon, getting in a tangle with Saliba, and it's a free kick which is ruled in Arsenal's favour.
That's a great battle. Really good battle to keep your eye on this afternoon. Those two, in those kind of situations. It's the foul this time, Saliba, but it could have gone either way there. Probably desperate to get his body in, but couldn't quite muscle him out of the way.
Here's Declan Rice, who last weekend played his 300th Premier League game already. Fifth youngest player to reach that landmark. Works it out to the far side. Trossard in possession, making his way in field. Arsenal got plenty in the penalty area here as the cross comes in. Rete gets something on it. Timber helps it back towards goal. Strong, imposing defensive unit. Sunderland have Ronaldo looking to just watch that one out of play. Just a point back to that defeat against Manchester United a couple of weeks ago. As much was made of it. A couple of wonder goals from Manchester United. But do you feel maybe it actually did Arsenal a favour? That kind of afternoon came relatively early before the real running starts.
Come on,
Maybe now
Arsenal.
Arsenal are just starting to
I
embrace
see
what they
ya.
have in front of
Super
them,
Arsenal
relishing
one.
the
Let's
fact that they
go.
are the favourites to win the title.
Yeah, I think Mikel Arteta took a lot from that. That would be using that in a lot of what he's done since. But you're right, it was an uncharacteristic mistake and two brilliant finishes. So when you look at it that way, it was United's day for sure. And Arsenal did do massive amounts wrong.
So he looks to flick it on, Ronaldo clears it up towards Brobbey, and that physical battle between he and Saliba.
Come on, Arsenal. Let's go.
Physicality as well, really struggled to get anything. The Arsenal centre-halves at Leeds last week. Calafiori into the starting lineup today. Mendy was the target there, but the pass doesn't reach him. Diarra, some of the back of the ball, getting the run of games now. He's in possession once again. That Ballon. Arsenal player, of course, just as his bearings on there as he sends that one out of play. Ballon really does embody what Sunderland's all about. He's really imposing
David
character.
Raya.
Yeah, I think his personality on the pitch is big. He's a big frame. He relishes the physicality.
Come on,
Tries to use that to his
Arsenal.
advantage whenever he can.
Let's go.
Such a big part in their promotion now.
Nice.
Brilliant goal in the
Close
playoff
up.
semi-final so late against Coventry. It's been a fabulous journey. Sunderland have found themselves on this season. They come back for the earlier challenge by today's referee, Sam Barrett.
Calafiori.
Calafiori just coming in a little bit late here to win the ball. Catches the back of cue.
Successive start for Trey Hume, who has started all but 2 Premier League games this season. Set pieces, the strength of Sunderland's, and it might just be their best route to goal here this afternoon. Can they conjure up from this situation?
Free kick for Sunderland.
Flighted forwards and Graham has a long look at it. He doesn't get there. Brobbey looking to pounce. He so really made the most of that situation.
Come on, Sunderland, chill. What?
Right, just a bit of a misjudgment. Here's Ballon, heavy touch, but he
They want to score. Nice, Arsenal on the counter. Let's go.
That was a great reaction from Kai Havertz in that moment. What an instinct he showed in front of goal.
Oh no, come on, referee.
On the line.
Wrong with the
Coming for the
referee,
ball.
man.
And he's trying to claim it with 2 hands, but he gets the ball, but as he comes down, it gets bumped out of his
What?
hands by Ballard's head.
David Raya, don't do
Just
that
watch Kai
again, man.
Havertz here. The moment the goalkeeper drops it, that reaction to get back in is brilliant. Super block. Might have been going wide, but nonetheless, great reaction.
Good work there from Kai Havertz. He wasn't to know. That wasn't on target. Right, he's had such a good season. 4 clean sheets, 3 more clean sheets than any other goalkeeper in the Premier League this season. Just been an early wake-up call for him.
It's a tough one. As he claimed it, got 2 hands on it, had the height, and as he's coming down, the ball bumped straight onto the top of Ballard's head and knocked it straight out.
Oh my God. Sorry, my sound is back. Sound is back. Let's go.
Difference of Arsenal this season as well is the fact that they're happy not to have the ball. They really are. You look at the possession stats in most of their games. They're not desperate to have a lion's share
Let's
of it.
go,
It's
man.
about what they do with it.
3 votes in.
To
Keep
defend
voting.
as a
Keep
unit and
voting.
then
Keep
just
voting,
get
man.
a set play or good piece of quality in wide area and score a goal. Not obsessed with possession.
So far through the course of the Premier League season, Sunderland the 4th lowest average possession, Arsenal the 3rd highest, so that will give you an idea of what will be shared, you would feel, this afternoon. Saying, of course, Sunderland will be happy to absorb pressure and to sit deep and to try and create a few nerves here this afternoon.
Yeah, definitely. It's all part of it.
Fiore making a burst forward. It's a really good run from him. He's looking for Gabriel Jesus and Lorente. Composure inside his penalty area as Sunderland managed to get the ball out of harm's way. And now it could be even better for them, but a heavy
Let's
touch
go.
allows Declan Rice to do what he does so well and step in and win possession back for Arsenal.
That's a promising attack. That Lefay just far too long on the ball.
Madueke is still going. Madueke tries to get a shot away.
Damn.
Just box things up for them. Just slap it up towards halfway and look for the target on Brian Brobbey in the battle. Ensues between both he and Saliba. The game allowed to go on by the referee, so plenty going appears in that battle between the two. Zubamendi down on the turf right now, just got back up to his feet.
Arsenal. Let's go.
That is the difference, those little moments for Madueke where he's got to come to life. That's a key moment for him there. Just as you said, on his heels, not expecting the pass.
Just got to run up a few games now. Madueke, Saka was a couple of weeks away from return. He got hit in the warm-up last week.
It's an important
Madueke.
because Saka cannot play it then.
They spent plenty of money, haven't they, Arsenal? They built up surely the best squad in the Premier League right now. There is strength in depth for Mikel Arteta at these kind of times of the season. The games are coming thick, and that's the time when that squad can be utilised. Arsenal play every midweek Premier League games.
That's a lot, isn't it? Every week this year. A midweek game. That's a lot of matches. Mental tiredness is probably more than the physical, if I'm honest. I think it mentally takes more out of you.
In addition to those 2 Champions League games in January, don't help them. These Arsenal have avoided playing 2 games in the playoff round. Phase campaign in which they topped the Champions League. He worked here by Sunderland in a Group 2 advance for Diarra. Waiting in the mid-box. 3 Sunderland players in the box as the cross comes in. Gabriel with good distance on his header away. Challenge comes in. It's well timed.
Wasn't on the attack. Let's go.
Beat it to him like that. He could have gone down to get a free kick, but opts to stay on his feet instead.
Balanced line really well. Great pass, breaking the line to release Sunderland then, and then he's just alert to those clearances out. He's enjoying
Arsenal.
15 minutes of this game.
Let's go.
Bit of performance today. And a club that he knows so well. Siddiqui. Dozen Sunderland players that were absent while AFCON was taking place. It really did test the capabilities of Regis Fabrice's side, but as I mentioned, they come into play 8th place in the table, and they're certainly up for that.
100%. Why not? The objective would have been survival, and that's pretty much been completed. Now what can they do? You can do it in a relaxed manner. We've seen them start this game in a very confident manner, I have to say.
Certainly settled into the environment well, haven't they? They're too disturbed by the task of taking on the league leaders. It's over on the far side, really good piece of play. He's into the attack, comes in, and a ball from the 80 to 40, which is, as always, packed out. Some Sunderland. It's been some journey that they've been on, fighting their way up to the Premier League. A champagne moment.
Come on,
Declan
Arsenal.
Rice looking to cross, dangerous ball in. Ballon hit it away only as far as Calafiori. Havertz looking to take a touch. Doesn't get the ball too far away, and it's picked up upon by Jurriën Timber. Backs himself in the tight confines on the edge of the box, but it just doesn't quite work out for him this time.
The ball wouldn't quite drop, would it? To an Arsenal player. Bob's got a toe on it, as Ronaldo just towed away.
It's a really lovely goal last week at Ellen Road. Gabriel Jesus coming off the bench. As you can see, Arsenal with a grip of possession as we would expect here this afternoon. 66% of it so far, but Sunderland would have come here knowing that was likely to be the case. Probably unable to bring it in, and he has a few words for the referee as well, who tells him to just get on with it. Trossard tight to the touchline.
Thompson, let's go.
Missed the right Trey Hugh, but he skips past him so easily. The cross comes in. Flicked away, but only as far as
Madueke.
He picks somebody out here. He kicks it in. It's nice and straightforward for Robin Roofs.
Yeah, just where his quality needs to be a little bit better there. Madueke has to be better. It's got to be cut back and flighted better than that. With the importance of lack of opportunity you may well get in this game, I think it's interesting that Mikel Arteta has gone with Gabriel Jesus today. He is probably the striker that is more adapt to those moments in the 6-yard box than Victor Gyökeres, who's more of a runner in the channel. He's gone with Gabriel Jesus, I think, just for that awareness in the box and that ability to create something out of nothing, which may well be the difference in this game.
We saw that at Ellen Road last week, didn't we? Where a little bit further out, but it was tight on the edge of the box, and Jesus worked his feet so well to get his strike away.
It was almost, he couldn't defend it. He was that good at play, what he did. And I just think Gyökeres isn't that player. He'll really work the Champions League, he'll play his role, but this guy's got a little bit something unpredictable and special in the box.
Been away for a while as well, hasn't he, Gabriel Jesus? He made his first Premier League start since January 2025 in that game against Manchester United. Very little away, and the threat that we know they always are on set pieces, but there were some really nice moments in open play as well from Mikel Arteta's side. Swift forward. Plenty of bodies forwards here as Alderete assesses his options. Just held up by Trossard, and he's looking to go back to Trey Hugh. Swings in the cross, it's dealt with by Saliba, and Sunderland will now have an opportunity. I surely expect to be a Nordi Mukiele long throw, and he's shown plenty of times this season that this is a real weapon at Sunderland's disposal.
What?
They will throw this directly into the box. With the ball.
Let's
Go. I mean, they're crossing it from deep as well, so the cube there, the cross to win this throw in. It's really deep position.
They outfoxed me because I thought it would be Mukiele. Yeah, I was going to say me too, but it's going to be Trey Hugh. Here comes the throw, and it's dealt with by Gabriel. That first contact, so important in those situations. Forced to go back to Robin Roofs for the season he's had, by the way, since coming to Sunderland in the summer. His long ball forward, just a bit too much left on.
Come on, Timber. Let's go. Timber, let's go. Nice.
Calmly into Alderete. Sunderland with the 4th worst away record in the Premier League this season. They've only scored 6 goals away from the Stadium of Light as well. Only Wolves have scored fewer. Pressure was coming from Diarra, but he managed to pop it off to Declan Rice, who helps it along. Jesus. Space for Zubimendi on the edge of the box. Can he get a strike away? He's
Oh my
God.
God.
He finds Rice. Rice into Havertz, just bumps off the Arsenal man.
God. Shoot.
Delivery of death. that could have gone anywhere off Trey Hume. Huge relief for him as that one goes behind.
Let's go, Arsenal, let's go.
We're going to see a top corner finish here from Trey Hume. That could easily go in the back of the net. That is a proper miscue. Decent ball in from Madueke. Nice flight on the cross.
Yeah, Arteta knows it as well. Now, corner for Arsenal, and we know just how good they are in these situations. It's the first of the game after crossing the midway point in the first half.
Corner.
Madueke, of course, sent in a corner to the near post last week, which caused so much confusion that Baldalo pretty much punched it into his own net, even though Madueke was credited with the goal. Shift towards the front post now. The delivery is deep and it's flicked away by Roos. He could have left it, but didn't know that there were no Arsenal players behind him, so they'll get to have another go now.
Another
on
corner.
the other side, and across goes Declan Rice.
I think teams are on such a high alert with these set plays. They take no risks. You know, Roos, like you say, could have maybe left that, but wasn't too sure. You're better off dealing with the ball and then question it afterwards.
Much has been made, hasn't it, in recent weeks about the number of own goals which have gone in Arsenal's favour, but playing a part in that is the suspense that you build up in these situations, the fear of defending these scenarios leads to mistakes. Different setup from Arsenal this time as Rice prepares to whip it in, headed away by Ballard in front of his keeper. Trossard with the first time effort. Graham scampering into the Sunderland half to Declan Rice, who just gets knocked away from goal and towards halfway a little. Gabriel stayed forward, but just trotting his way into the penalty area now as Madueke picks up possession. Twisting, turning, a bit two for company as well. Can he find a way out?
Nice pass.
He looks to put in a low ball to the front post and he will get the ball back his way as well. In comes another cross and it's Ballard who knocks it down to Brian Robbie. And guess who's all over the back of him? William Saliba. He manages to find a way out. Sunderland now.
Come on, Arsenal.
Something here. Played up the line to find Diarra, who manages to flick it away from Saliba. Who's going to be in trouble here. Referee immediately reaches into his pocket to produce a yellow card.
Oh my
It's great
God.
play from Sunderland, really. They were
Sunderland
massively
with
under
a
pressure
yellow
right
card.
from being in their own box, but just got the passes
Oh
off,
my
got control
God.
of the ball, fed it up the line, and it's a problem for Saliba, this one. I mean, he's in such a battle with Brian Robbie. He's now on a yellow card. He's just got to adapt how tight he gets from now on, because he can't afford to pull him down.
Lovely piece of skill as well, wasn't it?
It was.
Diarra. His first start since September in the win on Monday night against Burnley. Turned as a substitute in. It's a really disappointing defeat for Sunderland. Their previous away game at West Ham, perhaps their poorest performance of the season, really tepid display. Found themselves 3-0 down at half-time. First game, of course, without Granit Xhaka. Trey Hume whips in the free kick, testing delivery, ball bouncing around. Correa comes out in place, but they're posing problems in those situations, man.
That's a great kick from Raya as well.
Distribution, such a good part of the Correa's game. Arteta said that it's changed the way that Arsenal can play. Bit of a battle over on the far side, and it's a decision which goes Sunderland's way.
That's a great cover from Reinildo. But a great spot from him to release that ball with the accuracy, nearly putting Trossard in. Here's the set play. Sunderland have put some good balls into the box. They win the first contact, Arsenal. And then Zubamendi's really alive to the second, but that's great distribution. Really put Sunderland on the back foot from an attacking situation.
Finds himself crowded out, and Sunderland to deal with the pressure once again. They've got a player down right now, and the game is going to have to be paused here by Sam Barrett.
There's just a left elbow. Catches the fade right in the side of the chin, but he's just jumping, protecting himself as you'd expect a player to jump, really. I don't think there's any kind of movement of the elbow into his face. It's just an unfortunate connection.
It's a natural movement of the arm, isn't it?
I mean, he does play like that, and I see him catch people a lot. You know, he certainly sharpens the forearms before a game sometimes, and can lead into challenges with that arm, but I think that one is perfectly understandable where his arms are.
Some players just taking the opportunity to take on board some fluid and get some instruction as well down below us. Return today to the Emirates for Granit Xhaka, who's a former Arsenal captain. It wasn't always plain sailing for him here, of course, but where has he been? Wonderful signing that Sunderland made in the summer, and just Greece's, as too does Mikel Arteta, that should he choose to do so, they feel he could go on to be a very good manager as well.
Would you say he's one of the players that you've not seen a player turn things around as well as what he did at a club where it looked like he was doomed at Arsenal at one point? With the red card and his relationship with the supporters and all of that going on, to come back from that and go on to play the matches he has in his career is just testament to him, really.
He said, didn't he, in an interview before the reverse fixture, he still remembers the look in the eyes of some of the Arsenal fans. I think it was Crystal Palace that game when he walked.
And on further clubs that he's gone and played at, you know, good on him.
On that magnificent Bayer Leverkusen team, and he'll represent Switzerland all being well in the summer World Cup. Rice is going high, and he wasn't too far away. Well, we've seen him hit some well.
Nice shot, Declan Rice.
Took it upon himself to have a go there.
I'm keen to see how close this was. I thought it was in from my position. He strikes it beautifully. Fizzes past the upright. This is a great angle. Oh, not far. 3 inches maybe. And it was on. Just that little bit of space was right there. Sunderland didn't get out quick enough, and he nearly took advantage.
You hear the crowd here who have just seen the replay on the big screens at the Emirates. Quite a smack goal. So far for us, making the target again. Watchalong here today. Big blow for Arsenal when we found out that he's going to be out for possibly 4 months, perhaps the rest of the season. Really unfortunate injury which he picked up. Sunderland now a free kick in a really promising position here.
It's a bit fortunate that the yellow card hasn't come out there. Arms are on the player. It's clumsy from behind, hold him, and some yellow cards given for that.
Escapes any punishment there, Ricardo Calafiori, apart from the awarding of a free kick, and it's another situation in which Sunderland can cause some concern here. They've certainly done that from such scenarios through the opening half an hour of this game.
They've probably been the bigger threat from the set plays, you'd say, Sunderland, in terms of these kind of positions and balls into the box. They're really asking big questions of Arsenal, how they defend this.
Sunderland's turn to just take their time over such a situation and just build up a bit of suspense and anticipation. Sent in by Trey Hume, it's flicked away. Mukiele sending across, just took a nick on his ball. Sunderland out of possession, but the free kick given away for the challenge on Timber.
He's been everywhere. Lafay getting after the ball, is covering. The wide players, he's in the middle of the park, he's pressing. Really covering a lot of ground so far.
Let's go.
Trossard looks to cross it.
Corner.
Behind for a corner. They can't get you from open play. They certainly can from these situations.
I think he's got the beating of Hugh on the outside, Leandro Trossard. He's done it 2 or 3 times already. It just slows him down. Looks like he could go inside and then goes down the outside on his left foot. Worst case scenario, he wins a corner.
Talking, weren't we, about Trossard before the game. Most of them got goal involvements for Arsenal this season, but it's defensive work that he's put in as well that's seen him become a more prominent player. Mikel Arteta. Constant players begin at the back post, as is often the way. The movement comes, it's Rice sends one in, high delivery. free punched by Roos with no real distance on it. Fired towards goal by Trossard, claims for a handball.
It was straight to Madueke, wasn't it? That looked like a good volley as well from Trossard.
Come
Caught it
on,
really
let's
clean.
go.
Flush connection from Leandro Trossard, but stopped on its way to goal by Madueke. Trossard in possession once again. Swept out to find Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel waiting in the middle. Jesus just close one towards goal. Robbie Roos had to make sure that that
Let's
one
go.
didn't get away from him.
It's an assured piece of hand. The Sunderland keeper, very rarely do you see him make a mistake in these situations. Tough one, it bounces right in front of him.
I said in the week after reaching the Carabao Cup final that it was the best vitamins that they could put into their bodies. The fact that we've worked so hard to achieve moments like that, the magical, the joy, the smile, the energy and everything that was going on inside this stadium on Tuesday night.
Nice, Arsenal, let's go.
Too far in front of Havertz.
Just hasn't quite been right going forward yet, has it, from Arsenal? Not got into any rhythm where they're suffocating Sunderland, pinning them in. A few misplaced passes.
Just over 10 minutes to go until half time, and the game plan is working very well. The visiting side giving too much away. It's probably fair to say, Matt, that it is the kind of game that we expected it to be here this afternoon. So they were just turning into a bit of trouble under pressure from Robbie. So often right, but that one slips all the way through to Robin Roos.
Sunderland going all the way in, being brave, really brave. Pressing high, not allowing David Raya the option to get a pass off in and around the 18-yard box and play out. Again, another indicator that this Sunderland team has settled into this game nicely.
Just a reset that Sunderland would, of course, have to show the best version of themselves here today and come to the Emirates with the underdog mindset. Strong on their key pillars. Some teams have playing at a huge level and standing so far this season. Tough challenge for us. An exciting challenge. And of course, they revelled in the challenge at the Stadium of Light 3 months ago. The interesting words from him as well when he said that you have to go and try and get results and believe that you can get results against the top sides because there are points to be picked up. You can't just set up your season thinking that you can get your points against the teams in the bottom half, and they've shown that with win at Chelsea, draw at Anfield, the draw against Arsenal at the Stadium of Light. One thing they really do have, Matt, isn't it? Physicality, athleticism.
Yeah, and it really helps to have that here. Shown that in every instance of this game so far. Certainly with defending set plays and attacking them.
Very good set piece team. Sunderland, particularly defensively. Free kick coming. Sam Barrett. Gabriel Jesus to his feet. Sends it along. It's going to trickle beyond Saliba. It was Ronaldo. And he makes something happen here. He's done really well. Saliba, of course, is mindful of the fact he's already on a yellow card, and Sunderland have themselves a corner here.
That's brilliant from Ronaldo. It really is. The way he uses his body, holds him off, and this little chop here through the legs gets the other side. I mean, Saliba's fortunate, just catches his foot on the cutback.
It is the first corner of the afternoon for the visitors, so can they make the most of it? They've scored too many from corners this season, just a couple of goals for them in the Premier League. Body locked the near post for Sunderland inside the penalty area. As the corner comes in, Bray gets knocked out of his stride again, and it takes him 4 attempts to take that one in, and then he feels that he was prevented. Getting Arsenal on the front foot. Yellow card comes out from Sam Barrett. Habib Diarra has his name taken.
Well, Sam Barrett right on top of it, but David Raya there, 3, 4, 5 attempts to grab hold of the ball, and then clear foul right in front of the referee. But that just shows you the mentality of him knowing the quality of distribution there is so good that he's got to disrupt it, and happy to take the yellow card.
Tricky game we have here at the Emirates. Nice trot back to offer himself as a passing option.
Look at Sunderland, all the way 4 players back, really high up, making Arsenal kick it long.
Robbie with the challenge, and he emerges with the ball as well. Now Talby play is going to be called back though. Martin Zubamendi down on the turf.
Yeah, it's just a clash of shins, or maybe the foot of Robbie just lands on the top of Zubamendi here.
Shown a yellow card, Brian Robbie. Right foot high and catching the shin of Zubamendi.
Yeah, I mean, it does catch the shin.
That's a nasty
little bit
tackle,
high.
man.
I think it's harsh for a yellow card, not because of the contact. The contact point's poor, but they're both just going for the ball. It's a bouncy ball. It's a tough one to judge. There's no intention there at all from Robbie. He does catch Zubamendi.
VAR have just done what they always do, of course, and just skipped through the angles, and they've confirmed that they feel that a yellow card is the correct decision.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty obvious outcome for me, is that never anywhere near reaching a red card at all.
Final 5 minutes of the first half here as the rain falls at the Emirates Stadium. Feels like it's been raining for about 300 days now in London.
It really does.
Zubamendi clips one up towards the edge of the box, and he's going to skip through to Robin Roofs.
These are the games where you've got to find something. You've got to find a spark. Arsenal play, like you mentioned, every midweek this year they've had a game. You've now mentally got to find some piece of creativity to break this Sunderland team down. That's the challenge for Arsenal. Can they produce it?
Somebody will come here to be dogged and determined and to frustrate Arsenal, and the plan is working so far this afternoon. Trossard touch the cross and a chance to strike from the edge.
Goal, Trossard! Let's go! Zubamendi!
Sunderland's resistance broken.
Let's go,
Wide away, and it
Zubamendi!
was a sumptuous strike as well from Martin
Let's
Zubamendi, who
go.
grabs his 5th Premier League goal of the season.
Wow, that's a big goal. Huge goal for Arsenal.
Zubamendi, let's go!
It was proving very challenging. I said about finding something a little bit special. Well, here it is. Lets the ball roll across his body, and that is such a controlled hit from Zubamendi. He doesn't just lash it. That's real control. And guiding that ball into the near post is absolutely inch perfect.
Come on,
To beat the goalkeeper in the form of
let's
Roos.
go!
Off the near side post, into the far corner. What a finish that is. Brilliant moment from
Zubamendi as he fizzes it in off the post, out of the reach of Robin Roos, and for Sunderland, who have done so much right in this first half, they now find themselves behind. So able to prize away in front here at the Emirates. Now seeking his second in no time at all. Gabriel Jesus is away. Can he finish? He looks to go around Robin Roos. Battles in with the challenge. Referee points to the spot, and now the offside flag goes
Offside.
Well, it looked as if it would be close. Sunderland have a reprieve, a penalty initially awarded, but up goes the assistant's flag.
Yeah, it felt offside. I mean, here's a good shout. The lean there, Gabriel Jesus' right shoulder. And it's obviously all going to be checked.
Let's get a second goal
from
now.
that freeze frame, it does look like he's marginally offside. And then it does go a bit wrong for Sunderland. I mean, Ballard there, that's a clumsy challenge, and the referee would have a big decision to make at that point, but I think the offside will get it out of jail.
It's a challenge of desperation, wasn't it, from Dan Ballard, as Ilden tackled for Sunderland at the back.
Let's
Could
go.
have potentially been out of reach there for Sunderland had Gabriel Jesus stayed on side and made the most of that situation, or the penalty have been awarded. Confirmation from Stockley Park that Gabriel Jesus had moved into ever so slightly an offside position.
Yeah, I mean, it's risky. It's right on the halfway line. I mean, they're literally playing with the halfway line. Reinildo comes all the way up. Lovely spot here from Havertz to see the run, but just that lead. And there you see the automated pictures. That upper body torso of the lead is just enough from the foot of Reinildo.
You can see Gabriel Jesus there could be desperately slamming on the brakes to try and stay in his own half, but this is the moment which put Arsenal into the lead. Fabulous strike.
To hit this first time across your body, it has to be controlled and measured, and the technique is absolutely superb. It really is. To get that kind of control, brilliant play from Zubimendi.
After a period of pressure in the game, 5 successive shots in the match, all coming
4
from
minutes
Arsenal.
at a time
They made
for
that
the
break
first
through.
half.
Sunderland, you feel now, having done so well, just need to get to half-time. No worse off than they find themselves now. 4 minutes are going to be added on at the end of this first half as Arsenal sense blood here, where they're trying to right the challenges, but play has been pulled back.
I mean, it isn't a game where Sunderland deserve to be behind at all in this match, but they find themselves, after a bit of brilliance, Madueke just giving away a free kick there, but I'm not sure that's a free kick from there. Both players with arms out, competing for the ball is what you want to see. Madueke penalised there.
Goal perhaps just makes the half-time team talk a touch easier for Mikel Arteta. Arsenal on course to extend their lead at the top of the Premier League to 9 points. Who would have thought that title incredibly, invincibly in 2004. Have to wait so long for another.
Come on, let's go. Arsenal closer.
The trophy in a few months' time. Taken away by Calafiori. Robbie moves it on, and now Sunderland blue streaming forwards, tight angle, always working against there. It was a straightforward save for David Raya, who again gets Arsenal onto the front foot. Havertz being rolled forward by the Emirates crowd. 2 players ahead of him, but he's still in
Shoot!
Just the wrong side of the post. Well, Sunderland almost tempted him to have a go. He took it on, but he couldn't quite find the target.
Well, the reaction of Havertz tells me this is close. I mean, it opens up. I think he's bang on to take it on. Madueke's wide stretches the defenders, and that is flashing past the far post.
This was a celebration from Martin Zubimendi after he got the opening goal. And you'll see him point up to the stands. The one person in particular, his teammate Mikel Moreno, absent through injury. All smiles from Mikel Moreno, who admired that finish from Martin Zubimendi. Lovely moment there for Arsenal.
I think he admired the celebration a bit more, didn't he? As it was for him. Nice touch, isn't it? A little indicator of the spirit of the club as well. Hugely important if you're going to win the title, then Arsenal have certainly built that team spirit for sure. Mikel Arteta, a big part of that.
was saying yesterday as well that they have to ensure that Mikel Moreno, during this tough period for him, feels part of it. It's given them so much and contributed so significantly to the success that they've had this season. Miscue from Calafiori.
He's had a wobbly couple of minutes, hasn't he? Ball pass inside, and then that one, he's got to straighten himself out.
Looking for an offside there against Jesus. He's throwing quickly. Sensed that something was on there as he tried to find the darting run of Kai Havertz. See, Arsenal have a couple of goes from distance, more than a couple of goes from distance, and of course the way in which they got themselves in front today. Mikel Arteta was saying yesterday that he's not surprised to see an increase in attempts at goal from outside the box. He likened it to basketball in the way in which you now see more three-pointers being attempted as the teams in the Premier League keep things tight inside the box. Sunderland have a corner here as we close out the first half.
Yeah, this is just an example of the nuisance that Robbie brings. I mean, it's not pretty, but it's effective what he's done there. Uses his strength, makes life difficult for Saliba, wins his team a corner.
It's a real menace, isn't he, Brian Robbie? Know all about him as well. Equalising goal that he got when the two sides went head-to-head 3 months ago. So a chance for Sunderland here, very late in the half. They've worked it short to Trey Hugh. Deep cross towards the back post. Offside flag has gone up over onto the far side.
He just got the wrong side there of the Arsenal defender. We have a look at Mukiel here. I think it's Tubamendi with him, and he's got his back to the ball, been spun the wrong way. It's not the best piece of defending, but in doing that, it does put Mukiel offside, and the ball's slightly ahead of him, but they're dangerous from set plays. They can easily go wrong.
Slowly making their way off the pitch because that was being checked by VAR, and there was a host of Sunderland players around the referee, but it is Martin Tubamendi's goal which separates the two sides here at half-time. You can see the Sunderland players making their point to Sam Barron, and the whistle blown, and the players heading down the tunnel. Half-time score, Arsenal 1, Sunderland 0.
Come on, let's go.
Sports Interaction's coming betting on global matches. Thousands of daily games. Bet with Sports Interaction. Guys, wait up. And he puts him to the roof of the net. Towards the top corner. Let's stop it. Goal. Picks out. It's the spirit of Pankey time. This game could be. What an opportunity this is for Liverpool. Win today, they will open up an 11-point lead over the champions.
If you want to win games like this, you have to dominate every phase of the game in every aspect. So you have to go without the ball transition moments. We have to leave the ball game and everything.
And then moment he led, they are not like he was waiting for many reasons. Okay, we have to stand up in the morning and try to face it and try to do our best.
First signature center of the footballing world turns its collective gaze on Merseyside for quite simply the biggest game of the season so far. Sunderland continues to pick up those pockets of space. Taker controls it. This is Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool get it forward. A football match in this country. Everyone's enjoying these opening 10 minutes. Swanson. Van Dijk. Post. Manchester City's answering guys there. Sunderland get around the back of the bench. The options in field. Liverpool's excellent start delivers the opening goal at the cup end. Manchester City in danger of suffering a fourth big defeat in a row. Haaland to Lewis. Off target, but in real counters of the 10 for Manchester City. It's a mistake from Bernardo Silva. Watchalong, not the person you want to give it to here, but he thoughts his lines for once. That could have given IBFLB some real confidence. Huge. Diaz on pressure from Diaz. Luis Diaz has been able to get in. Ortega, as he fouls it, it's a penalty! With a quarter of an hour of normal time remaining, this could decide the outcome of this incredibly important game. Monster finds the net in the 6th Premier League game in a row. A second goal that was badly needed. Liverpool's leading scoreboard is now more formidable than ever. Just reminds the Anfield crowd of how many league titles he's won. Oh, the streak by Van Dijk, Kevin De Bruyne, and Kelleher comes up with the answer to the first question put his way. As it has felt for a long time today, Liverpool's first win on Manchester City in 2 years. It's an incredible 4th Premier League defeat in a row for the reigning champions. Liverpool move a remarkable 11 points clear of City on the table. Liverpool 2, Manchester City 0.
The second half is here. We go now. Let's go. The second half is here. Arsenal, let's go. Let's score more goals, man. More goals incoming.
For the second half, a really intriguing first half that we had here. Sunderland very against managed to find a way through with just 3 minutes of the first half remaining. A wonderful strike season. It appears that Sunderland resistance man which had been so strong and admirable in the first half.
Yeah, I really believe it was a huge moment because it was going in at half-time 0-0, and it's a real 0-0. It's a real difficult puzzle to solve for Arsenal with Sunderland looking really dotted, but that goal there has changed the complexion of this game completely.
It was really interesting towards the end of the first half. Arsenal were building pressure with attempts of goal, but Sunderland actually had 69% of the ball in the final 15 minutes of the half. They have come here with a plan, and it's a plan which has been altered somewhat for Regis Fabrice with his team now needing to find a way to get back into this game. But some good results on the road for them so far this season. Can they find something here in the second half? So Arsenal on course right now to extend their lead at the top of the Premier League to 9 points and throw down the gauntlet to Manchester City, who have that tough test at a ground where they struggled under Pep Guardiola at Anfield. That ought to come tomorrow here at the Emirates. Sunderland looking to find a way back into this game. Struggled on the road this season. Back underway. Certainly worth pointing out as we get back underway. Sunderland have picked up 16 points from losing positions this season. It is the second best record in the Premier League. Is Talby. I feel that Sunderland do have such a deep belief in the way that they set up. Haven't been knocked out of their stride too much from that Zubimendi goal. They know they have plenty of time to work with here. Declan Rice steps across to win possession back for us and Trossard.
That's what Declan Rice does best, isn't it? Read the play, step across.
This double pivot in midfield of Rice and Zubimendi. Sometimes 4-3-3. Got involved, sometimes 4-2-3-1.
Yeah. I think it shifts in game as well, doesn't it? Rice has the licence to maraud forwards, doesn't it? Zubimendi generally is that main holding midfield player.
Calafiora had a few shaky moments at the end of the first half. Cross comes in from Kai Havertz, who attempted just 4 passes in the first half of the game, but of course his role involves much more than that in the Mikel Arteta game plan. To occupy players, free up room for others, as well as making those darting runs, and one of those now happening from that away game. Here's Havertz, who's looking to check back out and find Timber. Now Saliba gets underneath his cross, met by Trossard, and that wasn't the plan in his head.
A tough one to volley first time. The ball from Saliba wasn't as he had intended, far too much height on it. I wonder what that chat was at half-time. Does he try and be cautious and see this out, or does he really push on the home advantage, get the crowd going, try and push Sunderland back? As a player, I'd always prefer that. I think players, if it's 0-0 still, and just, in that normal rhythm, don't try and be too cautious or pragmatic when you're holding on to a lead.
Sunderland, if we flip it the other way, are they thinking here, just make sure you're in the game with 20 minutes to go, and then we can try and have a bit of a siege on the Arsenal goal and try and take something from the day?
Really relatively happy with an away performance, Sunderland.
Zubimendi coming from outside the penalty area. There wasn't really any gap for him, but he managed to smuggle it in with the help of the near post as Trossard looks to bring this one under control. Ballard takes control of the situation and pushes a really useful ball forwards. Into Brian Brobby. Shots of goal for Sunderland in the first half. Very seldom indeed their best threats perhaps coming from dead ball situations. Pieli sweeps in across, which is flicked away by Gabriel. Young to Trey Hugh. Looking to turn, knew he had to move it on quickly. Here's Siddiqui. Strike comes in, first time clawed out by David Raya. Reaching down low to his left. It's miles back from Sunderland in open play. They've looked to get the ball into Brobby that time and nearly created a goal scoring opportunity. Surveyed Brian Brobby.
They've really thrown Sunderland at Robbie.
Come on, Arsenal.
Delivery. David Raya with a smile on his face, but he wouldn't have been smiling if Robbie got a connection on the end of that cross. That's the layoff there. Lovely one touch into Sadiki and working into the box. And I think that's the one criticism of Sunderland is the lack of this kind of play in open play. Like I said, they've had the dead ball situations, but they haven't worked Arsenal enough in those situations. And it's a good example of that from Sunderland.
Talby scored a beauty on Monday night, and he was happy to have a go from range there to work David Raya. It's an easy save for the Arsenal goalkeeper, and it will just give some encouragement, perhaps embolden Sunderland here. Sweeps it on, looking to drop one in behind, and an awkward moment here for Raya. Top of his box, it was a ball placed into a perfect area, and now Trey Hugh looking to wriggle his way through the challenge comes in from Gabriel, but this...
Come on, Sunderland. Relax.
Arsenal on the back foot. I think Talby could have really maybe gone for that ball a little. I don't know whether he had David Raya in one eye and Robbie in the other, and Sleeper just thought, oh, I'm not too sure. Talby looked favoured for that for a moment.
Such difficult moments, aren't they, when you just see the goalkeeper and the defenders getting closer to each other. You can feel the crowd wincing, knowing that there might be a mistake about to happen.
Talby's position, you know, at full tilt. If you can't get there first, then end up in a major collision.
Arsenal fans trying to just help this passage at the start of the second half. Teta said they did just that here on Tuesday night. It started eventually to have a go in that Carabao Cup semi-final. Tucked into a central position here. Trossard tight to the touchline on this near side, but Arsenal looking down the right-hand side again. Madueke charging forwards. Renildo read the situation well and steps in to intervene. Saliba gets there first into Zubimendi. This was looking to put Jesus away. Robbie back to goalers. It's pretty much been the case all the way through the afternoon. Able to move on to possession.
Yeah.
Just bombs the ball into midfield. Calafiori read it really well.
Shams gets away from Kai Havertz, and referee allowing the game to go on here. Here's Trossard trying to force his way through. Havertz with the attempt puts it some way wide in the end, and Sunderland players around the referee feeling that they should have had a free kick in there.
Well, the referee was spot on there, personally. I think the phase looking for the foul from the referee, and it just doesn't come. Arsenal continue, Havertz gets the shot off, but this is the moment, touch from Havertz. As it comes in there, it's not a tackle from Calafiori, and the referee's absolutely spot on to play on there. This is that earlier moment with the long ball, where I feel Talby, you can just see him from this angle, he can just cut across there, but he has that one eye on David Raya, who's coming out fully. I can understand why he does pull out. You're going to get absolutely clattered. Sunderland just testing Arsenal at the start of this second half.
Deep in Sunderland territory. I have to say, there's a fantastic atmosphere right now inside the Emirates. Arsenal fans thirsting for a second goal. Goal that would give them much more comfort in the afternoon. Declan Rice prepares to hurl this one into the Sunderland box. As far as Trossard clips one towards goal. Lofted forwards and Talby on the chase here, just as his path blocked off.
Come on, Gunners!
Title. Sometimes you win games in style, sometimes you have to ground them out, and it feels like a grinded out kind of afternoon for Arsenal here today.
Like many are, to be honest, that's the style. This is really good football, good movement. They've got top quality in the team, but they're happy to just grind games when they need it. Now, they've not been as fluid and silky as what you maybe expect from a top of the table team, but real moment of quality from Zubomendi and some other good football, but then they will play percentages.
Served them so well. 6 points clear at the top coming into this Premier League weekend. He manages to touch it down the touchline, and now PR in possession. Spots the opportunity to pop it into Brian Brobby, and now the bodies can get around the Sunderland forward, and they work it well. Brushed out to find Talby. Working his way through the challenges. Trossard clearly bumped on the edge of the area. Arsenal free kick.
Sunderland chill. Chill, Sunderland chill. Come on.
During the game against Burnley on Monday, which fell upon deadline day, 15 goal involvements for Anderlecht this season. You think it might not be too long before we see it introduced here this afternoon?
It's no surprise for me either that they've looked better in open play. Both occasions they're getting the ball into Robbie with his back to goal. And they didn't do that in the first half anywhere near enough Sunderland. When they've done it in this second half, they create opportunities in and around the Arsenal box.
Can they find a way level here in this second half?
It's really poised still. You can feel it in the ground. I mean, I know Arsenal are obviously in a great position, but this game could just turn on its head.
10 attempts at goal for Arsenal so far this afternoon, 4 from Sunderland. And they're just starting maybe to bare their teeth a little more here. Take a look at the possession. This might surprise you. Sunderland have had more of the ball so far this afternoon.
It's felt that way at times. Really controlled it pretty well to be away from home against Arsenal.
Odegaard here this afternoon, but having to watch on. Arsenal hoping that it will just be a couple of weeks, which they will be without his services. Zubomendi.
Come on, Arsenal.
Adams. Very tight towards the corner flag, and he's on the side of throw in here.
Martinelli's coming in.
Being prepared for Arsenal. Martinelli trying to come on here. Gyökeres will be joining him as well. The changes we'll see Madueke and Gabriel Jesus as the players players being replaced as we approach the hour here at the Emirates. Some strength.
Victor Gyökeres is coming in. Let's go.
In this game, an opportunity to start.
Martinelli, let's go. Come on.
A little bit frustrated with that performance, Nani Madueke. It's a big round of applause from the Arsenal supporters.
Martinelli comes on. Jesus makes way as well. Just the second Premier League start of the season for him. Gyökeres, of course, now knowing that his place in the lineup is not a guarantee. Looking to score today in successive Premier League games for the first time since coming to the club, having already got 2 in goal. Road last week to put Arsenal 3 goals up. 4 of his 6 goals in the Premier League this season have come against newly promoted clubs.
This game could really suit him, to be honest, Gyökeres. Great opportunity for him to have an impact. And the 2 centre-backs not that keen on running in behind and in the channels. And I think if you can just really try and stretch Sunderland, it will help Arsenal see this game through.
Loses possession. Now Diarra, Rice tracking back. He's so good at sensing danger, isn't he? Between them, Arsenal able to temporarily relieve the danger. It's Sunderland in possession again with Mukiele.
Superb for Rice, wasn't it? Diarra's had a couple of moments in the game where he's just a bit sloppy with the ball. Rice helping him out there.
So who ball needed? Ball here and at the feet of Noah Siddiqui. Sunderland are preparing a change. And below us as well, Mundle. Some instruction from the coaching staff. We do have many new players coming in, but they're so well drilled, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's done a fantastic job.
Switch of play seeking Talby, but that one is going to skip out of play. Arteta instructing his side. Critical passage in the game this, you feel. He said he knew that this would be an extremely competitive game here today. Niall Quinn, Watchalong, of course, association with both clubs, having begun his career in England and Arsenal. Association, of course, with Sunderland, where he ended his playing career. He was always going to be here today, wasn't he?
A handful, that Quinn and Kevin Phillips partnership at Sunderland. Big man and little man, not easy to play against that. You don't see many combinations like that in the modern game.
That's real memories of that period in the Premier League. Just to cause chaos to opposition defences.
Arsenal.
Niggling away a touch too much, free kick to Arsenal.
Free kick.
Just thinking a bit edgy about this 1-0 situation for Arsenal. Such a key game for them to win. Sunderland, way more adventurous and creative with their plays. Half a yard offside, I think, if the ball does make it through. But the movements of bodies they're getting forward, they're really having a go in this second half to try and create something.
Mundle into the action for Sunderland. Talby, the player replacing Manchester Briggs' side, despite being behind, have kind of dragged the game to where they want it to be, haven't they? They've not conceded again. Now they're starting to offer a bit of threat. Alice will find a second. Trossard has got Rice up alongside him. He's in possession now. Mendy into Calafiori with Rice again. Arsenal players waiting out the back post. Mendy touches it on. Saliba across the timber. Arsenal bodies now 6 inside the penalty area as Sunderland Sydney. Trossard.
Shoot!
And Trey Hume into the Sunderland box he goes. Looks to walk through, Hume in the way. Trossard in possession.
Shoot! Need a goal!
Just roll one to the edge of the box. It's cut out, but it's Rice back on the ball for the Gunners once again. Trossard. Way through.
Thread that through the needle there. He got it through, but not quite.
Sunderland can't get out now. Havertz to Gyökeres.
Put in. Victor Gyökeres.
But now Arsenal
Let's go.
comfort in the scoreline. And are well on course to going 9 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Goals in successive Premier League games for the first time for Victor Gyökeres. And they might just feel now that the job is already done here this afternoon.
Well, it just felt like the slowest build-up ever. The ball over on this left-hand side for an eternity.
Yeah.
When this turns over, it's a Sunderland player so deep here, can't get up. I think it's Hume. What an improvisation from Gyökeres. The touch is a little bit heavy. I mean, it's disappointing defensively from Alderete. He doesn't really step into the ball. I don't know where he's going at Sunderland centre. There, the right foot of Alderete has to come across and block that shot. He doesn't do it, and he sweeps it into the back of the net. What an impact for Gyökeres, and he certainly did need that goal.
Struck with a ferocity that was too hot to handle for Robin Roof's Arsenal. Made the change by Havertz being replaced. Evereza coming on to replace
Eze is in.
Piero Hincapié has also come on. As Arsenal celebrated that second goal to take the place of Ricardo Calafiori. Arsenal can just relax a little. Sunderland are really going to have to come out now if they are to salvage anything here this afternoon.
I think that's got the job done, hasn't it? Very surprising. Sunderland get themselves back into this game to take something from it.
Arsenal's defensive record so strong this season as they close in on a 20th clean sheet in all competitions. And of course, Sunderland just 6 goals on the road so far this season. So Ricardo Calafiori replaced them, Watchalong from the bench. Comes Piero Hincapié. So plenty of game time recently as well. Another shrewd signing made by Arsenal.
He's done well in Hincapié. Defensively, he's very, very sound. He doesn't bring the same quality with the ball. Siddiqui just pulls up, feeling his hamstring there. Great for Sunderland on him. And bench there, main talisman, central midfield, Granit Xhaka, both of them were out, would be a problem.
Siddiqui, but maybe just a bit of a cramp as opposed to a muscle injury because they don't run off those hamstring problems. Rice, the most advanced player, but that one's just going to run through to Robin Roos. Never runs out of energy, does he, Declan Rice?
Oh, just gallops everywhere, doesn't he? Nice spot from Martinelli as well to see the pass. Tries to feed it with the outside of his right boot. Very nearly weighted it perfectly, but just a little bit too heavy for Rice.
Sunderland with a touch over 20 to try and turn the tide here and get something out of this game. They're going to make a change as well. So they look to do just that. Cheryl Trowder is going to come up. Subject of an inquiry by Liverpool at the end of the transfer window. They wanted to take him to the club, but there was complications with the fact his arrangement with Sunderland on loan from RB Leipzig. So on he comes for the final 20 minutes, and it is, as we would have expected, Noor Siddiqui who makes way.
Siddiqui feeling that hamstring. Not going to risk him any further in this game. Gertrude will just slot into that defensive midfield role.
Saliba wins the header. Arsenal looking to fly forwards. Gyökeres tail up after doubling the Arsenal lead.
I will say, Saliba has been head and shoulders this afternoon physically. He's competed brilliantly. He wins that initial header to set Arsenal off on an attack. Does really well.
Both these teams in action once again in the Premier League in midweek. Sunderland will host Liverpool at the Stadium of Light, and Arsenal will travel across the capital to take on Brentford. Never an easy assignment, and they have had difficulties there before. It's as if they're going to go there some way clear at the top of the Premier League.
Nice, let's go.
Just seeing the game through now for Arsenal without any moments of panic. Frontline there initially for Arsenal before it's dropped back into the pocket. Runners from deep. Gyökeres the target. Maybe it may move into box as well. There is Gyökeres. Has to touch it behind. They've just been cramping up there a touch as well. Going tough for Sunderland right now.
They've had to work really hard just to keep up with Arsenal, really. The physicality of the way that Arsenal play, so hard for teams to deal with. Gyökeres doing really well just to roll him on the outside and stretch him on this situation. As he steps across there, just gets a bang right into the inside of his right knee, off the knee of Gyökeres.
Corner for Arsenal.
Crashing of his fourth corner of the day for Arsenal. So go in search of a remarkable 15th goal from a corner this season. Premier League record for a campaign stands at 16. And it comes and it's headed away by Ballon. Bodies on the floor inside the boxes. Eza picks up possession. Eza looks to strike. Maybe could have got a strike away quicker.
It's got to be the first one, hasn't it? Wanted at it, the extra touch, the shot just wasn't on. It's quite a low corner count for Arsenal, isn't it, for a game? Normally, higher than that.
Eza looking for the far corner, just drags it to the wide. A couple of sights of goal for him in the last few seconds.
He's a player that, for me, is trying to build confidence in an Arsenal shirt. Arteta taking his time with Eze, integrating him into the team, giving him the minutes, wanting a bit more from him in certain areas, and he's slowly picking up what Arsenal really need from him.
Sunderland find a way back into this game. Around the outside, he manages to send in a cross, which is flicked away by Saliba.
That's well hit. Really well to get the cross in. Goes all the way across. Capio with him, but to wrap his foot around this, put a decent delivery. It's a good ball in. Anyone in the box expected it to make it in.
Chase on for Gyökeres.
Gyökeres.
Trying to hold him up. Eza. Hooks it back to Timber. It's Trossard for Arsenal. Looking to find a third to wrap up the 3 points. Touched away by Mukiele. But of course, Eza did give Arsenal fans one of their favourite memories of the season, didn't he? That hat-trick he scored in the North London derby. That reverse fixture coming up soon. And a boost for Arsenal, the blow for Tottenham today. Christian Romero sent off in their defeat against Manchester United, which means he will be missing when the two go head-to-head.
Romero? Red card?
Would you believe it?
Oh, you shocked me there.
Defeat in the lunchtime kick-off against Manchester United. 4 wins from 4 now for Michael Carrick. More than happy to just move this ball around, control the tempo of the game. Tired Sunderland legs chasing.
I think that's really the key as well. That is the fact that
Will keep for Sunderland.
You've got players like Zuma, Mendy, Rice, playing a lot of football. These are the moments where, not to say you take your foot off the gas, but you manage the game. I mean, it's hard to under him because he doesn't half-drive the standards, Mikel Arteta, all game, every game, but you need to make sure Rice doesn't run out of steam. By the time you get to March, April, you want him in fit form. Arsenal could have some huge games. Champions League, FA Cup, Premier League matches all through those weeks. So that for me is a big objective in situations like this.
Final against Manchester City in March as well. It could be a 65-game season for Arsenal, fighting on all 4 fronts. They are favourites in all 4 of those competitions. They've been given, I think I read this week, a 5% chance of doing a quadruple, which is an illusion to the campaign, Mikel Arteta's team.
And it would be some achievement not winning a trophy for how many years now? And then all of a sudden 4 come along at once.
Here's Eza as they look for a third goal. It goes down inside the box. A few looks towards the referee.
Just steals the ball well there as they get to cross the shoulder. There's not enough contact. That's just normal contact from Ronaldo.
So many games, as we mentioned, for Arsenal, and they avoided another 2 by topping the Champions League group phase. It's the kindness of the draw once we get towards the latter stages of that competition can be so beneficial, or can be a real drain as well. So they have secured home advantage in the group phase. Here's Robbie. To win the ball back, and Rice looks to step forward. Gyökeres just bumps into Alderete.
It's a tough ball for Gyökeres to take, wasn't it? He was backing off, didn't quite see his surroundings. It's difficult to have the first touch and keep the ball.
It's back off in Capio. Looks like a mountain to climb for Sunderland, but can they set up a tense conclusion here by halving the deficit? losing positions so far this season, but 2 down at the league leaders with bits of time on the clock. Doesn't look likely. With the block, and it was an anti from his Mikel Arteta. Forwards by Robin Roos. He was looking for Alvarete, who under some pressure from Gabriel. Sunderland are going to prepare a couple of changes, it seems, down below us to freshen things up, to bring some energy onto the field. Wilson Isidore is taking off his training top, and so too as the new arrival, Wilson Angulo. Rice is really imploring his teammates to offer a bit more there as we're looking to build their next phase of possession. Driving the standards here is Declan Rice.
It's him to a T, really, isn't it? Attitude, application, energy. Really does set the tone. Declan Rice, what a signing. He has been for Arsenal. Worth every penny, big fee, but for me, worth every penny.
Wasn't early on, man, but he is a captain out there for Arsenal team leaders. So many big characters. There was perhaps some questions of the leadership after that Manchester United defeat, but I think Mikel Arteta knows he's got a very good dressing room.
It's a matter of time before he's the captain. Club and country, really.
It's just forced towards the corner flag.
So sad.
To Eza. Capio. Trossard is just going to fly on towards the back post. Mendy. Rice is in room to his left. Rice helps it along to find Capio, who's on the ball once again. Swings behind.
Corner.
Sides that have scored 16 corner goals in a Premier League season.
They surely didn't smash that, you think, wouldn't you? I mean, this is ideal territory for Arsenal at the moment, seeing this game through, taking your time. Anything in the opposition, defensive third is just the place to be for Arsenal at the moment.
It's the first time I've mentioned in a commentary that Oldham are the joint holders of a Premier League record. The Arsenal fans, as you can see, really enjoying their afternoon. Sent in by Rice to the front post. Interesting delivery there by Declan Rice, and it brought some panic inside the Sunderland penalty area. There's not much he can't do, is there, Declan Rice? They have him on set-piece situations. He takes long throws as well, chips in with the goals, breaks up play at the other end. He just keeps it ticking over. Sunderland now making that double change. The afternoon duck, the battle over Brian Robbie, who has had to work so hard in isolation for much of this game. In a first look now, those Sunderland supporters at Nilsson Angulo. 12 caps for Ecuador as well. So Isidore into the action. 7th substitute appearance in the last 9 games. Trey Hugh also departing.
Exciting moment for Sunderland fans. Take a little look at this fella, see what he's got. Tough game to come on in.
Never got too much wrong by way of recruitment recently, have they, Sunderland? And they're excited about what Nelson Angulo can bring to the group.
5 minutes to go.
Know about his attacking ability. The numbers speak for themselves, but offensively they feel he's up to the task of playing in the Premier League as well. Just 22 years of age. Looks like being another fruitless trip to Arsenal for Sunderland, who haven't beaten Arsenal on their home ground since 1983. Is likely to drop to 8th, maybe 9th, as it did last season, and Sunderland very much in the race to be one of those teams, Matt, after what has been a fantastic campaign. 36 points already, 12 more than they got in their last Premier League season. So just has to deal with that for Arsenal. Just escapes Le Fay.
It's the only team in the Premier League to have not lost at home as well. I mean, that's a great record to have, isn't it? Playing in front of your home fans all the time and not being beaten at this level. I think it's a great achievement at this stage of the season. If they could hold on to that, I mean, that would just be exceptional, wouldn't it?
We'll say, don't they, when teams are newly promoted, you have to make your home ground fortress.
Done that all right.
The only team still standing unbeaten. It is a remarkable achievement from Regis Fabrice's side. Problem for Arsenal here. Trossard down on the deck. 3 minutes of the 90 left to play. It'll just be a bad note to the day for Arsenal, what has been a very good afternoon for them. Tom Hiddleston, big Arsenal fan, here this afternoon watching on. I thought he very much enjoyed what he's seen here at the Emirates today. There will be a change here for Arsenal. Christian Norgard is going to come on.
Good news to see Trossard struggling a little bit there. Hopefully that's nothing too serious. He's been a key player for Arsenal. His quality does really stand out.
Trossard this season. So this isn't anything significant. So on comes Christian Norgard, who came to the club, of course, from Brentford in the summer. It's always an occasion and always a great game to look forward to, and you feel the Arsenal players will very much enjoy sitting down in front of their televisions tomorrow to watch Manchester City go to Anfield. So they can clip that lead of Arsenal's at the top back.
It's a tough game to call, that. Really tough.
Manchester City didn't do themselves any favours last weekend, did they? 2-0 up and cruising against Tottenham, just up the road from here, and the end 2-2 draw. We're hearing there will be 6 minutes added on at the end of this game. Sunderland did manage to find a way back against Arsenal in dramatic fashion. Stadium of Light back in November to get a 2-2 draw, but whether they can summon 2 goals in 6 minutes, I wouldn't see it as being very likely.
You just feel Sunderland were able to make that game at the Stadium of Light far more messy, weren't they? It was very scrappy, attritional. This one's been a bit more measured, and Arsenal have handled the game pretty well.
Rice still encouraging his side and offering instruction, and he wasn't too happy that that free kick was given away. Ensure that his teammates stay switched on until this one is all wrapped up.
6 minutes
Stoppage time we go.
added
Confirmation
time.
will be a minimum of 6 minutes. Whipped in by Angulo towards the back post. The header down, just clips on top of the roof of the net.
Goal kick for Arsenal. Let's go.
So, an afternoon where the job is almost done for Arsenal, and this is the way in which they've got their 2 goals. Fabulous goal to open it up.
You can't underestimate how settling that was in a period of the game where it was hard to see really an open play where Arsenal were going to go, and this one from Gyökeres, not the prettiest of goals, but he improvised brilliantly to scoop that one into the near post.
Will be a third defeat in 5 Premier League games for Sunderland. They had lost 3 of their previous 18. This never a game, an occasion to judge a team, but they are clearly missing Granit Xhaka, aren't they? You would do.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they're missing his on-field presence as much as anything, to be honest. And his passing has been superb this season, and the way that he's broke lines, got the ball into Robbie a lot more than what Sunderland have been doing. I think Robbie's
hoping that he will be able to return in around 3 weeks' time. They do, of course, have the derby against Newcastle coming up on the horizon as well. One of the winners in that fixture at the Stadium of Light earlier in the season. They really did grind out a victory, and it was met with joyous scenes as well. Good work by Gyökeres to just get on the toes of Pankey.
just looking at Declan Rice again. I mean, he's organising back four, midfield. He really is orchestrating everything for Arsenal at the moment. And again, having a go at Eze, saying, get up to the ball. Driving the standards at the heart of Arsenal's midfield.
He had his options, didn't he? When he left West Ham, he had his pick of top teams, and he wanted to come to Arsenal and be part of a club that would go on to win plenty of trophies. Arsenal now looking to wrap it up in style. Gabriel Martinelli bearing down on goal. He rolls it to Gyökeres.
Woo, Gyökeres! Let's go!
A second for Victor Gyökeres. They are
Let's
motoring at the
go!
top of the Premier League. Stop them if you
Victor
can.
Gyökeres!
A double for Victor Gyökeres.
Let's go!
Arsenal are purring right now.
Super play.
Let's
Martinelli
go!
really is talking about this ball gets played out here. And it
3-0,
bounces a
let's
couple of
go.
times. You know there's trouble. Martinelli brilliant at getting the wrong side of defenders.
Come on, you
Really
guys!
gets the speed going, and that's just about bang
Let's
level
go!
on the offside. The assistant's not up with play, he's not able to call that. And it's just been confirmed as goal from VAR. And Gyökeres will not get a simpler finish, but a brilliant afternoon for him coming off the bench and getting 2 goals. Exactly what he needed at this moment.
Takes him up to 8 goals for the season now. Approval from Mikel Arteta. You wonder maybe just how big an afternoon this might be for Victor Gyökeres to get that confidence coursing through the veins once again.
Let's go!
I think these are the kind of games that he has brought into the club to make a difference in as well. You know, I think the higher games, in terms of the bigger teams or the tougher teams, shouldn't say Manchester City's and Liverpool's and all of that.
Let's
Games are much more
go!
time, like these kind of matches. Last couple of seasons, Arsenal slipped up quite a few points in these kind of games.
Let's go!
Like Gyökeres, he's the type of player that can make a difference in these fixtures, and he's come on off the bench and really done that today.
I think as well, Gabriel Jesus returning from injury, Kai Havertz returning from injury, pressure on places always brings out the best in players.
It does.
So a tough one.
Game
for
over,
Sunderland.
man.
been able to match Arsenal here this afternoon, and it might not be over, is it? He's on one of those runs. Threads it across to find Martinelli.
3-0.
Checks back, still Martinelli looking for the pirouette inside the penalty area. Just doesn't quite work out for him.
Give a nice
That's what we
save.
like to see
Nice
from Meta
save.
as well. Driving run from midfield, slips it. Check there, nearly the spin onto the ball. I think it's Ballard that just gets a little nick on it.
9 goals that Arsenal have now scored from the bench this season, which is the best record in the Premier League. First double for Victor Gyökeres since he got here in Arsenal's first home game of the Premier League season, that thumping win over Leeds United. Free kick to Arsenal, and time pretty much up here this afternoon. 4-0 at Leeds last weekend, 3-0 against Sunderland here this afternoon. Arsenal very much in the groove right now, man, as they chase this elusive Premier League title. Then the afternoon would still get better for them. Martinelli going for goal, straight at Robin Roos. Arsenal, who open up a 9-point lead at the top of the Premier League. They are going to take some stopping. They now have an iron grip on this title race. Over to Manchester City, who have the challenge of Liverpool at Anfield tomorrow. Victor Gyökeres brought off the bench on the hour mark. He struck twice to see Arsenal cruise home to victory.
Victor Gyökeres.
For a second successive Saturday with a wonderful finish from distance. Sunderland offered resistance. They threatened to get back into this one here this afternoon by 3-0. So Arsenal get the job done once again. Goals flowing for Mikel Arteta's side and a 20th clean sheet of the season in all competitions, Matt. I don't think he could have asked for much more.
No, he really couldn't. I mean, that's brilliant. To have that confidence of the clean sheet is massive. And the home form, in front of the home crowd, a good win, some really good goals. Zubimendi's goal was massive at that time. I just felt the game was proving to be a bit of a challenge. They really had to step up the creativity to break Sunderland down and to find that finish at that moment before half-time. Really did give him a boost. And Gyökeres' impact off the bench. Good afternoon all round for Arsenal. They can now sit back, put their feet up, wait and see what happens tomorrow.
I'm very much sure they will be doing that. They await to see how Manchester City get on at Anfield. It was a performance that was from back to front so impressive for Arsenal, dominant defensively. Going forwards, they had far too much for Sunderland. The word on Sunderland, 3 defeats now in their last 5 games, but there's no real cause for concern for Regis Fabrice, is there?
Absolutely not. You know, I think they've had a cracking season, no matter what happens from here on in, really. And like I said, the star quality is the home form. They'll take a lot from these away experiences, and there's something they've got to sort out because away form is so different to the home form that imbalance will be a concern, but they've just had a brilliant season so far.
Nice embrace from Granit Xhaka and Mikel Arteta, the Sunderland captain, missing out today through injury. Mikel Arteta, no wonder he's smiling. Brentford away comes up for them on Thursday evening. Sunderland, well, they have a big night to look forward to 24 hours earlier when they'll host Liverpool at the Stadium of Light. Mikel Arteta knows that this squad have got it. It looks like it will be coming to an end for Arsenal if they can keep up this level of performance.
Absolutely. They are. His job to manage the selection, keep the players fresh, see how far it can take them.
Performance from Mikel Arteta's side, which says catch us if you can to Manchester City. Job done here this afternoon. Arsenal victorious over Sunderland by 3-0.
It's over, it's done, it's dusted, man. Arsenal is now 9 points clear, man. 9 points clear. Ooh, what a one.
So let's look at the decisive moments in the afternoon here at the Emirates. Martin Zubimendi firing Arsenal into the lead 3 minutes before half-time. Victor Gyökeres sent off the bench by Mikel Arteta. Not long after, he doubled the Arsenal advantage. Goals in successive games for the first time for him in the Premier League. And he wasn't done for the day. Gabriel Martinelli racing away in stoppage time. He fed Gyökeres, who wrapped up the victory for Arsenal.
It's done. Arsenal are now 9 points clear. Oh my goodness. 9 points clear for Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners. 3-0. Nice. Make sure to like and sub. Make sure to like and sub for more. For more football watch-alongs, make sure to subscribe. Arsenal are now 9 points clear. Oh my goodness. It's over, man. It's over, man. Nine points clear. It's over, man. It's over, man. It's over, man. Arsenal are now 9 points clear. Bomber clots. Bomber clots. Aston Villa drew today with Bournemouth. Let's wait for Manchester City tomorrow. They're gonna face Liverpool. It's crazy, man. Hope they're gonna lose. Oh my goodness. It's crazy.
Johnny Phillips speaking to Victor Gyökeres for Sky Sports and PLP. Victor, you watched the start from the bench and then became heavily involved. Overall, did that feel like a really confident and comfortable performance?
Yeah, I think, of course, the result shows that, but I think, yeah, they're a very good side. They're very strong and good in the air, so it was always going to be a battle there. And, yeah, they created some okay chances, but I think overall defended really well, and then of course when we scored 3 goals, it's a good result.
You were able to get control early and you restricted Sunderland to very few opportunities. Was that the difference between this game and the first game between the two sides?
Yeah, I think I wasn't involved in.
Haaland hoping to make it 2. And Vicario. His way through and firing it wide. Almost walking it in. He's a magician. Form. Side to his feet. Goes past Romero as if he's not there. Drops the dummy on Dragashan. And what a save that is from Vicario. He knew it, didn't he? Immediately. He said that's a corner. What a save from Vicario. Outstanding. It's like an exhibition at times. No urgency, no pressing, no closing down from Tottenham. Silva, Semenyo, inevitable. Antoine Semenyo. Scores yet again for Manchester City. And for the second time in 3 weeks, he's put a nail into Spurs. How easy is this again? Bernardo Silva, superb. Finding Semenyo. I said it's not that long ago since he scored a late winner against Tottenham for his former club Bournemouth. He's a man in form. You didn't expect any other result. Faced up with Vicario. He's got the coolness, the calmness to guide it into the corner and give Man City a really comfortable lead as we approach half-time. Coming forward.
My good people, it's time to sign out. That's been a blast, man. It's time for me to sign out, my good people. It has been a good game to enjoy together. Arsenal has won a clean sheet like I predicted in my YouTube short, man. It's fantastic, man. It's fantastic. lock in tomorrow. I'm gonna do a Liverpool versus Manchester City game. A watch along will be late, as I will be head watching and expecting Liverpool to win in that match. So my good people, your boy Pankey IBFLB, man, I appreciate your effort, coming to this live stream, to this watch along, man. It has been a one of a hell. Tomorrow Kenyan time is 19:30. I'll be here doing the Liverpool versus Manchester City watch along live stream. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. So we're gonna catch up tomorrow early before the game starts. Get to enjoy get to know the stats and get to predict which team is gonna win. But for me, I'm gonna be, rooting for Liverpool to win. So my good people, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe and make sure to like this live stream so it can get viral and many people are gonna come to this channel so we can be like a big community here, man. So my good people, let me sign out and get some food and eat, man. I'm a bit hungry, man. Big up to everyone who has joined. Big up, big up, big up, big up. It's your boy once again, Pankey IBFLB. Boom! Arsenal for life, man. Arsenal for life. Arsenal for life. So my good people, I'm out, man. Let me get some rest. I'm so happy. Let me enjoy this night, the rest of the night, and celebrate as we wait for tomorrow, Liverpool versus Manchester City. So my good people, see you tomorrow early so we can get to catch up before the game starts and enjoy the game together, man. Out. It has been your boy, Pankey IBFLB all along. Thank you for joining my watch along live stream here on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, man, once again, I'm urging you to hit that subscribe button and subscribe. Let's meet tomorrow, Liverpool versus Manchester City, watch along together, man. So for you to catch me, make sure you like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell to get notified when I'm live. All right, my good people, thank you. I can see 20 people voted in the live chat. Big up to everyone. Will Arsenal beat Sunderland? Yes, at 85%. Big up to you all. No, at 15%. I can see there were haters. 15% of them. Sorry, Arsenal won. For the 85%, make sure to celebrate this lovely night because Arsenal has won. Arsenal is now 9 points clear. What a one, man. Man, let me sign out. It has been 2 hours and 30 minutes in this live stream, man. Oh my God. Make sure if you haven't checked my live stream, make sure you check in this channel. I've done a lot of watch along, man. A lot of football watch alongs, Arsenal mostly. So go check me out, man. It's your boy Pankey IBFLB, man. I wish you a good night and best of luck in everything you are doing out there, man. Big up and I love you all, man. Peace. Enjoy your night. See you tomorrow early before the game starts. Liverpool versus Manchester City. Peace. I'm out. I love you all, man. Good night.